Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Rides to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Bulldogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll give it to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Quickly complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Back to pass, it's back. Takes the easy one to the back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, looking to throw. Gets away. On the move, he fires. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick handoff. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
To the air. It's back. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Gain of 2. Brings up second down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, he drops to throw. He's going up top. Brings it down on the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 8.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
On the run, it's Etienne. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Trying to beat the D deep. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
South Carolina.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Scores for defense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score South Carolina 14, Georgia 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, your best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you could tell, softened them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big 3rd down conversion.
The give out of the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's ETN. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
2nd down coming up. To the air, it's back. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He wants to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Georgia.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
South Carolina, 14. Georgia, 0.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go with a direct snap. Got enough for the 1st down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is score-down territory. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They go to the ground. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Looking downfield, it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Georgia Bulldogs will take over. 1st and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's Harbor. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the stomping has commenced. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking for a crease. It's ETN. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Quick completion to the right. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 27, Georgia 0.
And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Handoff from the gun. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice job on the 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those 1st down markers and get that 1st down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Caught behind the line. It's Evans. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up by 18 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Feeling some heat. Buys a little extra time. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the first down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in game.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. They'll ride the hot hand. Just ran over it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. The give to the single back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Beck. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw it on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There's no question that the quarterback was going to get that one. Nice job.
And the kick bounces out of bounds. They will not get the onside attempt, but they will draw a flag. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. He's going for a big play downfield. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. But they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Quarterback will audible. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Final minute. This game's on ice. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch down the right side. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Defense showing blitz here. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Georgia, 14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. Got a man. It's Etienne. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game.